Oh shit, we're going.
Mixtape is a coming-of-age story about friendship, change and growing up that, depending on your age and the expectations you come in with, may just be your favourite game of the year. This is the DayOne review for Mixtape. Now, be aware that due to this being a narratively led game, I'm going to take reasonable care to ensure that the important plot points remain unspoiled. However, as music is so intrinsically linked to the game and the way that it plays, my actual recommendation would be to just not watch this video review at all, and perhaps head to our website and read just the last 2 paragraphs instead if you just want a general summary of my thoughts. But then you should probably just go play Mixtape. Mixtape is a story about 3 friends on their very last night of high school. With best friends Cassandra Marino and Van Slater in tow, the game primarily focuses on 17-year-old Stacey Rockford, who leaves in the morning to New York to pursue a career as a music supervisor. Stacey has this last adventure all planned out, with just the right collection of songs to see it through and make it a hit. The plan is simple. Find booze and arrive at Camille's beach party at exactly the right moment for one perfect last night together. Of course, as anyone with a misspent youth will be aware, the best laid plans of your average teenager don't always come together how they think, and Stacey and her friends will face more than a few challenges in their journey to make their last night together one to remember. A Mixtape is all about that journey, and no journey is complete without an incredible soundtrack. Each pivotal moment or memory is set to a specific track. They are typically charmingly detailed by Stacey, often directly to camera in a nice fourth wall breaking moment, which always made me smile.
The next track is Just Like Honey by the Jesus and Mary Chain. A perfect bedroom hangout vibe. Might be the last time we're all in my room together.
From memory, there are around 25 tracks spread across the 4 hours or so it took me to finish the game, with songs from Joy Division, Iggy Pop, Devo and the Smashing Pumpkins and more. Structurally, we'll follow our gang along through the course of this last day, hunting for booze and importantly visiting their homes, exploring their rooms and them as people. It's all very 90s and wonderfully written and acted from start to finish. Gameplay-wise is where this narrative adventure is likely to be divisive. While skateboarding is a recurring sequence in terms of getting around, most gameplay is doled out in what could be summarised as one-off mini-games of a sort. You'll command an out-of-control shopping trolley on a motorway to avoid the police, skim stones on a lake, and explore a dilapidated dinosaur theme park snapping photos on a retro toy camera. Often they'll verge into imagination rather than reality, with some absolutely amazing sequences elevated through the music paired with the moment. Caught like a leaf in the wind through the air across a grassy field, remembering your first kiss with tongues, or awkwardly trying to rent some videos whilst inebriated, it's all so wonderfully charming. Really though, it's all just a means of progressing the story, and throughout these dreamlike sequences, you'll be engaging in conversations and learning about the relationships between each character. One standout sequence involved our trio encountering Cassandra's dad, a local police officer and stern father. Without wanting to spoil the plot, it's a pivotal moment, and the aftermath is played out to a track from the incredible double album from the Smashing Pumpkins, and one of my favourites growing up, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. As love blasts out, our anger builds and we flip things off around us, but the world reacts, causing them to explode in scenes of absolute carnage.
As we continue our mission for booze on the way to Camille Cole's party, I require something that fills every possible spectrum of sound, causing the brain to super aneurysm and explode and die. I feel nothing but rage. This is Love by the Smashing Pumpkins.
It is glorious and perfectly encapsulated how we may have felt as teenagers on those occasions when things didn't quite go our way. Perhaps it's just what we imagined we wished we could do through sheer force of will. And I know in some places out there on the internet, Mixtape will be criticised for not being a proper video game with all of the player agency and systems and open worlds players demand nowadays. And that's fine. I'm not reviewing Mixtape against a list of criteria for what it isn't or what I or anyone else might have wished it to be. What possible use would that be? There'll be some pearl clutching somewhere out there about how we shouldn't encourage underage drinking or drug taking, but I would merely suggest that if you encounter those people, pity them. They probably had incredibly boring childhoods. I also expect it to be nowhere near as impactful for those younger than me by a few decades. I just don't see it hitting in remotely the same way. I was a child of the 90s, it was my era, and in many ways it feels like Mixtape is a game meant for me. The thing I truly love about Mixtape is that it did make me feel. It's not a story about me, but it effortlessly, with love and good humour, made me think back on my own misspent youth. The adventures I had, the dangerous decisions, the stupid ones too, and the essence of it all somehow captured with each song that played, bringing those memories and feelings to the surface in just the way a great music supervisor could be proud of. As the credits rolled, a flood of tears did too, and I was lost in my own memories of an era long since past. I dwelled on friends estranged or departed, the legendary moments and the bad decisions, the rock star fame I'd never quite achieved, and the risks I'd never taken at all. I've never felt so old. I love Mixtape for making me feel these things, but I hate it for that too. It's an emotional roller coaster full of joy, heart and youthful daydreams. Mixtape is simply incredible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and if you really love what DayOne does, consider supporting us directly by becoming a member. Just head to playday.one/memberships. And we'll see you next time.